Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Long time no see, man. It's been like what, like a week or so. No, 2 weeks, right? No, it's been
Yeah.
Week and a
2 weeks.
half.
Yeah, no, it has been 2 weeks. Yeah. So,
Week
uh,
and a half since the weekend show.
yeah, since the weekend show. Yeah, we had a weekend show. So those of you that missed it, you missed it. Sorry, nothing I can do about that now. But we got the A team back. You know what I'm saying? We're not producing any more, B minus type quality here. We've got the 18 back. Part of us are in the dark. You know what I'm saying? Hands up. I don't know what happens, in one's, home office, but you know what I'm saying. All I know is what I heard is there was a lot of electronic gadgets and things.
And I blew a circuit. Yeah.
Yeah, and stuff. And there was stuff that exploded over something, and it got into
Blew a breaker, so to speak.
and then it threw the breaker all over the screen is what happened, right?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, man, But, yeah, welcome to Share Beer 367. We've got Bum, Mark, and Ruben in the show. I know that doesn't look like the man formerly known as Ruben, but that is Ruben. Yeah, we've got the cleaned up version of Ruben right now.
That's right.
And Earth says to tell everyone hello. Just saw that.
What's up, Bert?
Earth.
So I will keep the Q&A open. I'm going to consciously say that. I'll keep an eye on what I believe is the YouTube comments, and we'll go from there, man. So that'll be the YouTube comments. Will have to be our live sort of chat, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at the YouTube side of it and thought about starting a show on that side, and I was like, all I got to do on this side is hit a button. That side it's a little more complicated. It's more manual, but for a reason, because if you have the software that you need and the equipment that you need, then you're gonna get better quality. You can do all that, but yeah, I'll just go ahead and comment during the show there, man. We'll keep an eye on it, I promise you. I'll keep, it'll pop them on my phone here. It's in front of my face, so, or below my face, not in front of my face, because you're in front of my face. So,
Yep.
You're right there. So, so what are you drinking, Bum?
Okay, I found something interesting today. This is, you know what, speaking of lights out, I'm going to see if this shows up any better if I do it like this. This is Old Tankard Ale made by Pabst. Have you seen it, Ruben?
Yeah, I had it last week, or 2 weeks ago, maybe.
It's very good. It's
very nice.
It
It was incredibly reasonably priced where I got it. It was like $2 for a 16-ounce pounder.
Yeah, Joe, if you go to the Pabst website, it's listed there. And they also have their own website, oldtankardale.com. And it's very good, very sweet. And apparently this is a revival of a recipe from the late 30s, and it was their first beer to be put in cans. If you believe what you read on their website.
Yeah,
But it's very good.
Cool. So is
What
it like
style
a
do you
brown
think that
ale?
Yeah.
It's a brown ale or
Is it like what, Mark?
a brown ale? I mean, that's what
No, it's like an amber. It's like a sweet amber ale. It's 5.8, and it's definitely better than it. It's a step up. It's like on the same level as a Yingling or an Anchor Steam, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely better than the typical macros or
A little
Pabst
bit
itself.
sweeter than those.
Definitely sweeter. Definitely sweeter. But
Yeah.
it's got a neat can. It's got the original artwork from the old cans on how to actually pour the beer and drink it, which is open the beer, pour it out, and drink it.
Sounds pretty complicated.
Yeah, that's a complex beer all of a sudden, man.
Can we do an infographic with that?
That's gotta be one of the most complex beers that Pabst has ever made, right there.
Yeah.
So they've got it on BA as an extra special. So it's a ESB.
Yes, please.
Yeah, Untapped has an English mild.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Pabst Brewing out of California. They've got them, and we've got
Looks like an
87
8
here.
million. Yeah, that's pretty solid.
Yeah, 87 is pretty
Yeah.
good for
Yeah.
pros. They don't say how many reviews though, but 46 reviews for the BA score 85.
Okay.
So that's pretty good. I was
I'll
going
need
to
to
take you
find that.
through the experience here. I'm still not a huge fan of this, but at least it is one button that you can click
Mm-hmm.
and get on there from Pabst Brewing. Looks like they've got the Pabst Brewing beer portfolio here. So you got
I didn't know they own Tsingtao.
Small Town Brewery, Blast. What is Blast?
It's like Four Locos. Like
Is it?
it's like it's like I don't know if you guys know this. It's like a soda with alcohol with a ton of caffeine.
Yeah.
You know what's hilarious is I'm looking at their portfolio, and it's kind of funny because that's the aisle that I don't go down.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All these beers are down that one aisle, and I happen to not go down that aisle the minute
It's all the old school stuff. It's all the old school
Yeah.
stuff from the 60s and 70s, basically.
Yeah, or malt liquor or
Mhm.
something. Yeah, so it's that whole aisle in the Walgreens that you're just like, oh yeah, no, I ain't going down that aisle. You know?
There's still a market for a lot of those old brand names. There's still
Oh,
some
yeah.
loyal people
Oh, yeah, no,
who buy them
obviously.
when they see that label.
Yep. Oh yeah. And that's what Pabst does. They buy up the name and the recipe and then contract for it, basically. Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's pretty cool, man. Thanks for bringing that one to the table. That's pretty cool. Yeah, but that's that whole, you kind of peek down that aisle. You're like, oh yeah, Pabst, Old Mill. Yeah, I'll go down this side of this aisle. I need to. You're like,
Yeah, maybe when I was 16.
yeah. So what are you drinking, Mark?
I'm drinking a Blue Moon.
Oh, pills.
This is their Belgian table pills.
Okay, yeah.
4.2%, so it's like super drinkable. And it's not too bad. I guess it's their spring or summer seasonal.
Yeah, everyone's got their summer beers out right now,
Yeah.
I think.
And the beer budget, I was running out of the beer budget for the month, so I needed something, cheap and light. And this didn't look too bad. I mean, it's actually pretty tasty. You get a little bit of malt, and they put orange peel in it, so you do get a little bit of the orange. But it's not wheat. I think it's regular malt. It's not a wheat-based beer.
So it's a little bit. Is it the orange rind, or is it more of a peel situation? Do you have any idea?
Mandarin orange peel.
Okay.
Brewed with a hint of mandarin orange peel. So it does have a little bit of orange flavor to it.
Okay.
And it's really light. A little bit of malt sweetness, kind of floral, and orange. Yeah, I mean it's really. I mean it's a light beer. Not too much to it, but it's not bad at all.
Yeah, it's a good, exactly what it is, a summertime.
Yeah, it's a lawnmower beer. That's for sure.
Good lawnmower beer.
Do you get any Belgian character out of it? Because it says it's a Belgian pills.
I don't really get too much. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was, what was it, $7.49 for the 6-pack, so not too bad. I had like $20 in the beer budget, so that I got that, and I got a 6-pack of what else? I got a Shiner, prickly pear.
Oh, there you go.
Beer too.
Oh, Shiner's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep meaning to get Shiner too, and then I just had someone write me about another Shiner beer, and I told them I'd get it, but then I got down there and I'm looking, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? You're kind of like, next time, yeah, next time,
Yeah.
So what are you having, Ruben?
I don't know if you can see it, but having Odell's Runoff Red IPA.
Ooh, yes, good stuff.
Yeah, a red from Odell's has got to be good.
Yeah, it's really nice. Has the bottle on date 4/12, so it's getting a little older, but 6.5%. Nice red IPA. I mean, great little malt background, and everything you want in an amber, just with some nice dry hops, a little bit of bitterness. It's really nice.
Now, do you get Odell's in Pennsylvania?
I don't think so. I'm in Arizona right now at my family's house.
Okay.
Oh.
That's why you get it. That's why you get it.
Yeah, I've never seen it here.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's really good stuff. They had a variety pack here for me, and I think all of it's very good.
Yeah.
They had the 90 shilling, the runoff red, the regular IPA,
Oh yeah,
and the session
Odell.
IPA.
Please, you find me one that Odell makes that sucks.
Yeah,
That's
I mean
where
they're
you-
all really good.
Yeah,
Actually,
that's
that
where you
90
start.
shilling was fantastic. I really liked it.
Well, speaking of 90, this beer here you're having, it gets a 90 out of
Yeah.
from both ends. You got the Bros and the BA with
Yeah.
a 90. That's 222 reviews, my friend. That's damn good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a solid beer. I drank plenty of Odell's while in Colorado.
Yeah,
Because I don't get it here, and it's good stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wish we got them. And I saw that they're canning some stuff now, too.
Mm-hmm.
Wish
Yeah,
we had them in Pennsylvania. Because
People
all
are
their
getting
stuff's
big on-
reasonable, too.
Yeah,
I mean-
they don't overcharge. I mean, it's a
No.
fair price for what you get. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think there was a 12-pack for like $13 or something, $14.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, look at the color they got here on this one, man.
Yeah.
Damn, son.
Professional photographer there.
You
Good
think?
lighting. Good lighting.
You think?
No, I think the brewmaster took that with his iPhone.
That's a total iPhone shot right there, man.
Yeah.
You kidding me? Because that looks just like Ruben's beer.
Mm-hmm.
That's identical to it. I was having a hard time telling it apart. I thought Ruben actually took the shot.
I did. Surprise.
So you got 50 IBUs, 6.5. Yeah, and like you said, Odell's puts a date on it most of the time, and
Mm-hmm.
they put some work into their beers because they do a lot for the labeling. They do the artwork for the labeling. They do make sure that all the pertinent information about that beer is typically on the label somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So yeah, good job. They have a great website and so forth. And I know on that one, who's that one chick? I forgot her name, but she contacted me through Twitter. I have to admit, she's got me using Twitter a little more, but not by much. But Odell is on very active on the social, so on the social side, whatever your social venue might be, I think Odell's pretty active on it. So,
Yeah.
And I am having a 805 from Firestone Walker, man. I am able to drink today, so yay! So I finished that one up, and I will follow through with another 805 because it's that good.
Good.
What
What was the ABV on that, Joe?
It was 4.7,
Okay.
Mhm.
but it's. Well, I don't know about in Tucson right now, but I think it's close to. I think it's right at 100 right now, so it's
Yeah, it's pretty close. Let's see. Yeah, it says 97.
Yeah, so we're
Hotter than I'm used to.
Yeah.
and apparently by the end of the week it's going to be 110 or something. So yeah, these are perfect beers for that.
Yeah.
Warm weather beer.
Warm weather beer. Yeah, that's probably why the 805 made it out here. They made it to be local. I like beers like that. Oh, okay. So Bum says no charge. Bum says he's having technical problems. So I don't know why, because he's got, I think, some of the best equipment out of all of us. He's pretty high tech there, that guy. Don't let him fool you. You know what I'm saying? He's pretty up to snuff there. So, are you doing anything related to beer in Tucson? Did you go to any breweries?
I've been to a few breweries already. Kind of got to look at my own tap to remember the names.
Yeah.
I was at two yesterday. We went to Pueblo Vida. It was a small little nano brewery in the Tucson area. Their beers were really good. They had some great IPAs. They had a very nice, never had one before, a barrel-aged Hefeweizen. Like an Imperial Hefeweizen. It was about, I think it was 7.2%. But then, yeah, they had really nice beers there. I think they had 10 on tap. Then we went to Barrio Brewing, which I'm sure you get them up in Phoenix. They're pretty large, and their beers were decent, but their food was real good last night. They had half price appetizers, so we went there and met a couple of my parents' friends there, and their son homebrews. So we talked about homebrewing for a little bit, and he gave me a mix and match 6-pack that he made. So I'll try some of those here. We went to Catalina Brewing Company earlier in the week, and to be nice, I'll say it wasn't my favorite. The beer didn't taste bad, but none of them had any aroma. There was like 10 beers on tap, and like you couldn't smell anything on any of them.
Huh.
And, like I have pretty decent nose for beer, but wow.
Right.
Yeah.
I think those were the 3 we went to. We went to Public Brew House the other day too, which was
How was that?
it was real nice. Not all their beers were my favorite, but they had some really good ones. They had a really good saison.
Uh-huh.
It was a top-notch saison for sure. They had a couple guest taps, which was kind of cool. I always like when they do that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and someone brings a keg and then you never know what it is type thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think I've been to 4 in a week, so that's pretty good.
It's kind of why that whole philosophy right there is kind of why I enjoy going to when I do get a chance to go. Oh, doggone it. That's the name of that one kind of fancy grocery store that has all the
Whole Foods?
Whole Foods, yeah. That's kind of why I do enjoy going to a Whole Foods to have some beers because, they have such a selection, and then you can have any beer that they sell right there too. So
yeah,
you can have everything they've got on tap, and then they can nitro it right there for you, so you can really play around with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have those crowlers, so you can take it home.
Mm-hmm.
There's just, you know what I'm saying? All these possibilities, man.
Yeah, we went to a real cool place yesterday between the 2 breweries. I forget the name of it, but you can like get your beer, and while you're doing your shopping, it's an organic food store. Mm-hmm. You can like have your beer while you do all your shopping. They have a deli and meat and cheese and all that stuff. It's pretty cool because like Whole Foods, I think you have to drink it at the bar. I think.
Yeah. Or somewhere
there you can like carry it throughout the store, which is really neat. So you can and their shopping carts had a cup holder on them, so you can have. It's like real cool.
That always cracks me up. Now you see that on at the grocery store these days now, cup holders on the shopping carts, and I just think like, freaking really, how far have we come from just store to a from a grocery store to a supermarket? I think I was just coming up in the 70s when they started making supermarkets. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Where you could buy not only your food and so forth, but you could buy, gadgets for your bathroom or something, or something to screw in, little hardware deals. And now we have these full-on places where, like, if you need a 2x4 and a dozen eggs, you can make that happen.
Yeah.
You can buy your living room furniture there. You can. It's just crazy, man.
Yeah.
And little Billy just got a super wedgie, so now you need to buy him some new underwear, and you know what I'm saying? Atomic wedgie. I forgot. Sorry. Yeah, it's been a while. Atomic wedgie. You remember atomic wedgies? They're the ones that went up over your head.
Yep.
Do they even still do that anymore? The kids?
Oh,
you'd probably go to jail. You'd probably get assault for it now.
Oh my god. Yeah. I remember giving kids wedgies, man. That was. Yeah. It's all
not that bad.
Yeah. So what do you got, Mark?
I have a really unusual beer. Well, I got it at the Growler store, and it is from a brewery called Abbey of the Holy Goats.
Wow. I like the name. Okay, I got you. that's something right after Ruben's heart, right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're getting close.
I'm gonna, yeah. I don't know if you want to pull it up. If you just type in
Yeah.
Abbey of the Holy Goats, it's a local brewery in Roswell, so it's a suburb of Atlanta.
How are
And
they
it
spelling
was-
holy? H-O-L-L?
No, just Holy.
Oh, okay.
Goats, Goats.
Oh, it's right here. Wow,
Yeah.
isn't Google special?
So this was a lady that was apparently right at the point of deciding whether she wanted to be a nun or not, and she's like, "Hell no, I want to brew beer." So she quit and opened up Abbey. She was a home brewer, and so she brews Belgian style ales.
There you go.
And I am.
Is she single?
I yeah, you guys could make interesting beers there. But this is the beer that I have is Goat's Obsession, which is a Belgian dark, like a double IPA.
I'm gonna let you show it before I show their website here.
Okay.
Well,
It's 8.7%.
Oh, that looks really good.
8.7%.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dark caramel color. It's a little darker on camera than it is, but yeah, really nice dark caramel. The head's got that kind of that mocha, light or crepe paper kind of color to it.
Yeah.
And talk about beers not having aroma. This is the exact opposite of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it
This
looks
has-
like it's a little complex.
Yeah, this has. It's a very kind of a sweet and hoppy. I mean, you get that kind of like molasses and a little bit of resiny pine in there. Just almost like a black
Sounds
licorice
awesome.
kind of aroma.
Oh man.
So what style did you say it is?
It's a Belgian double IPA.
Oh,
Wow! What is that?
yeah, I was gonna say because it looks so dark too.
Yeah. Let's see.
So a Belgian black IPA maybe?
A dark double IPA they call it. Yeah.
Dark double. Okay. So
Wow.
Heavy hop aroma, slightly sticky malt body. 87 IBUs.
Sweet. Sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's a very good beer. Very good. And I was not aware of this brewery, but apparently it's like 5 miles from my house. So
Wow.
I might be
Oh
making
my
a visit.
gosh.
Well, and that's just I'm showing their website now, so it's a testimony to how many websites, how many breweries are just literally popping up
it's
around
crazy.
the corner. I mean, you have no idea. There's it's a little slow loading up, but there's breweries
I love that. Look at that picture of the Last Supper with that goat in there.
and with the goat,
That's
right?
awesome.
Isn't that cool? It
Yeah.
is cool.
This looks like a really cool place. I think I'm gonna have to visit it.
Yeah.
I mean, I could just like go to Costco, do my shopping, stop by the Abbey,
The Abbey. Yes. I'm
have
just
some
at the
beers.
Abbey. What's the problem? I'm just at the Abbey.
Yeah, I'm just at the
Problem?
Abbey.
What? You don't even have to say brewery. You could just say the Abbey.
That's
Dude,
right.
they've got the name right there. You
Yep.
know?
Yep.
I'm at the Abbey, you know?
Kathy Davis. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that this thing is I don't know. It's not loading up real well on my end here, man.
Okay. Let me see if I can share a screen. Maybe that'll work. But yeah, I've been very.
I'll try their Facebook. Let's see if the Facebook's yeah, Facebook's definitely loading faster. Problem is then you don't know what the hell beer you're looking at.
I'll share my screen if you want.
Yeah, go ahead. See if you can.
Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So let me go to the beers. Goats in the Garden. That's a
Oh wow.
saison with elderflowers. 7%. So this is like Colorado session stuff. I mean, session beers are like 7%. Oh, Goats of the First Order. Okay, this is a session beer.
Nice name.
It's
they
the
got
same
some nice-
style as that Spencer Brewing does up in
Mhm.
Massachusetts. That Patter's beer.
22 IBUs, 4.2%.
Hello, Abby of the Goats. I like all those glasses you've got there.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yep. We got
Hey, I was a monk like a month ago. I like them.
Yes. And I know a monk as of a month ago. So,
I think you
boom.
get a discount. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, it looks like some good beers. 4 or 5 beers.
That's cool. Hey, stick with what
Yeah.
you're good at.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. So
They
I'm
do have
definitely
sweet glasses.
And I
Yeah.
believe you said that's not only is that a spiritual type of brew, but you've got another chick brewery, so that's
Mhm.
excellent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like the picture. This is the tasting room. Look at that.
Isn't that
Oh,
cool?
that
Like
looks
a long
awesome.
table. Yeah.
It's like an altar.
She kind of went, the full. Here's the goat up in the picture. That's
I
good.
mean, how cool would it be just to? It's like a Last Supper type of table, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's probably her theme. I would
There
think.
she is.
Oh, I gotta see her. Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. You're like, yeah, I'd hit that. I mean, why not? Yep. Sorry.
Oh, it's been a long time since she's been a nun, so you're okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Early 20s. Now she's 36. So
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
A little out of my range.
That's it's all good, right?
Yeah. So
You
this
know?
is awesome. So yeah, I just went down to the growler store and I hadn't been in there in a couple weeks, so I'm like, okay. That's
Oh,
kinda
she
cool.
brewed it in Sweetwater. Do you see that?
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep. She was a.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
That's cool. Yeah.
So she's got some really good background
Yeah.
because Sweetwater makes some damn good beers.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's cool. So yeah, I'm gonna go visit that, but it's very good beer. Very good beer.
So you've got all the technical glitches worked out of your high-tech system there, Bum?
Yeah, I don't understand the problem. I have such high-grade equipment, like you said.
I don't get it either. I mean, I'm like, if Bum can have problems, any of us can have
'Cause
problems.
we just
obviously.
figured the internet started at your house, Bomber, and you were like the core pipeline for the whole internet.
Yeah, pretty much.
I almost, if this tablet wasn't going to fix itself, I almost went back to the track phone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if the tablet can't fix itself, because it is a Google
I
tablet.
still have the
isn't it?
emergency track phone rig set up here.
Yes, yes.
Track phone right there.
When all when all else fails, he relies on Budweiser is his backbone, actually.
Yeah.
So that's
That's
when
funny.
all else fails, yeah. So he relies on InBev. Well, so I do have a few stories here. One of them is a little near and dear to my heart. We'll save that one towards the end. But I figure why not start out with a really good kind of argument, and well, not argument, a discussion. But one of the things that I thought would happen is happening. It looks like because you've got Anheuser-Busch, InBev, and SAB Miller wins clearance from the European Commission.
Uh-oh.
So it's the first stage in, they don't quite say how many stages, but it's a bunch of them. But they got the European approval for phase 1 of the EU merger review process. Well, I think maybe there's 2 stages, maybe, it sounds like, for the European part. And then it said it should close the second half of 2016. And they went through a whole, but they did say in part of it though that the AB InBev proposed the sale of that Peroni. I never can say that beer.
Peroni.
Yeah, Peroni, Grolsch, and Meantime brands in their associate business in Italy, the Netherlands, UK, and internationally, including certain U.S. rights to Asahi, that Japanese beer, isn't it? That Japanese.
Yeah, in that big can.
So they're letting go of interesting little bits and pieces of this to kind of make it happen, is what it seems like. So it's kind of really interesting. When you read into this deeper, because the AB InBev also proposes the sale of SAB Miller's businesses in Central and Eastern Europe, Hungary, Romania, Czech Republic. Oh, dude, they've got, yeah, never mind. Slovenia, Slovakia, and Poland. The Central and Eastern European business can be sold to one or two purchasers, and can complete after closing of SAB InBev's proposed combination with SAB Miller. So it sounds like it's insanely complex, but it's interesting to me the little bits and pieces that they're letting go to make this happen, and how complex a big deal, corporate merger like that can be. So they've now obtained approval in 14 jurisdictions. So, and I'm not going to go through all those jurisdictions, but
it's going to happen. It's just going to be a matter of time until there's just one mega brewery.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just big corporate business, and that's the way that is. There's been other stories that have happened too since our last show 2 weeks ago that are kind of referring to that. Like, how many more years is it going to be before we're all having a big corporate beer? I mean,
yep.
We already had the discussion about the beer America, and I voiced my opinion about it, and so did everyone here, about it, and I don't have too many problems with it. I don't know. I don't see Budweiser as any different than we've got Four Peaks Brewing right here that's owned by AB InBev. I mean, so is Four Peaks no longer local Arizona beer? I mean, are they part of the are they now who owns them? Belgian? Are they Belgian owned or something? Or
yeah,
I don't know.
I think the company. I think the owner. Or is it Brazil?
Yeah, I think it is Brazil. I think you're right. Yeah.
I think they're Brazilian owned.
So it's
Brazil. Yeah.
It's so it's like, okay, so is that now a Brazilian beer? I mean,
don't drink AB InBev. You might get Zika virus.
Right? Yeah, you might get the Zika, man. Yeah, I don't.
Zika, wasn't Zika an actress in the 1980s? I think I remember watching some movies starring Zika.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Those movies of Zika? Oh, yeah, they're good.
Hey, what? Real quick, man, I want to talk about it real quick because I finally got to watch some games. But that Warriors game, my God, did you guys see that game last night?
No, I missed it.
Oh my God, that Curry. Now, see, I haven't, because you guys know I work at night. I don't get to see a lot of games, so finally got to see a couple of games. Of course, the one game that I got to see was a blowout, an absolute blowout. It wasn't even worth watching. And then I finally got to see this game last night and see Curry play. I have not seen him play. I have not seen him play. And I was just like, this guy is amazing. Huh? He is phenomenal with that basketball. That guy he was, I don't know, man. The guy's incredible. But to come back from 3-1 down in the series, man, that was pretty incredible. To win the series and have a rematch against the Cavaliers Thursday. Is everyone there?
I'm here, Joe. I can't comment. I was watching the Penguins are in the Stanley Cup Finals against the San Jose Sharks, and I was watching Game 1 last night.
Oh yeah, because you got hockey going on at the same time. Have to admit, I'm not as hip to the hockey playoffs, especially if the Kings aren't in it. So if the Kings aren't in it, then I don't have too much of a vested interest in even pretending to be a huge fan of it.
And the last basketball game that I went to was the Globetrotters versus the Washington Generals in 1990.
Oh my God! Yeah. Well, and it's funny you mentioned that because Curry looks like Curly Nelson from the Globetrotters.
Curly Neal.
Curly Neal. I'm sorry. Yeah. And he just. Some of the moves he puts on, I mean, it is like he's playing against the Washington Generals sometimes. I mean, he can make those guys look that silly, He is really something else. So what do you have in there now? The IPA?
Yeah, just regular Odell IPA.
Yeah, that's a solid beer. That's like, what, 60 IBUs or something?
It doesn't say on it. It says it's 7%, and that's the date. But
yeah, no, that's a solid IPA. I mean, that
yeah, it's actually only... It's under 2 months old, but it's definitely losing flavor. It's becoming pretty malty pretty quick. I don't know what I have no idea what the weather or anything like that does out here. So
Yeah, you know, it's really strange too, because the weather out here in Arizona does play a big part. You know, the heat. You know, it's
I
not
mean, even
just
in that drive home from the beer store, it's gotta play an effect on it. I mean, shoot, it's hot in those cars.
yeah. I mean, you leave something in your vehicle too long here, and it's over 275 degrees in 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
nuts. You know,
But it's still a really good beer. I don't mean that. I'm just mean
yeah.
it's really good.
It is. It's a solid beer. It's been around forever. It's been around a long time. That's one of their flagship beers.
Mm-hmm. They have some cool artwork too on it. I can't see myself on my screen today for some reason, but I don't know if you guys can see it. It has
Yeah.
a guy like rodeoing on an elephant. Pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's like we were saying earlier. I mean, they put some real effort into their bottling because the artwork and everything. They're a lot like the shoots that way. The
Mm-hmm.
shoots puts nice artwork on every. I don't know if they're canning yet. Are they? Is the
The
shoots canning?
shoots? I've never seen anything in a can from them.
Yeah, not in a can, not yet. But
Yeah, I haven't either.
yeah, no, it. Yeah, Arizona is its own. Well, Southern Arizona, I should say. They don't have those problems in Flagstaff, for Christ's sake. But
Yeah.
yeah, Southern Arizona for sure, man. Oh, I mean, it's going to be what people out here call real heat. Once it hits above 110, that's what they call the real heat.
Okay.
That's when it's officially hot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you leave anything in your vehicle, then I mean, just you got to leave your windows vented, and or it'll melt. You'll see,
Mhm.
like, you'll go to people's houses, or like I've been house shopping now for a long time. It's not unusual to go on someone's patio and see the fans that they have on their patio, and they're just like bent from the heat. It's just
It's serious.
it's that crazy. Yeah, it's the real deal. It's the real it's the real deal.
Yeah, man, I feel bad for those guys out here that are like laboring on the roads. Like I'm hot and I'm sitting in the pool with a beer, you know?
Yeah. No, the poor
Those
guys.
guys, I feel bad for them, man. Wow.
One of the parties that I was at on Sunday, one of the guys was in construction, and that's what he does, roofing and all that. And I'm just like, dude, let me get you another beer. Damn.
Yeah.
Just like,
It makes you hot just thinking about it.
Oh,
really?
you're just like, oh my God, man. Yeah, to work on a roof, all that bending, it's hard labor as it is. And then,
Yeah.
with all that tar and stuff, I mean, I do have some experience with street work myself, laying asphalt and stuff like that, when I was in New Mexico. But I don't know, it just seems like it pales in comparison to working on a roof, because you're just like on the roof, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No shade on the roof.
I mean, there's no shade, and then you get these flat roofs that have to have actual hot tar, and you have to actually lay the hot tar, Like, at least, I don't know, in my opinion, like when I worked with, streets and asphalt, like you're kind of on a machine or something, It just didn't seem as bad for some reason, but
Yeah.
I wasn't in Arizona either, so I don't know, man. It's kind of crazy. Let me hit up another story real quick. All these are stories that I posted in my Google Plus, like I say, over the last couple of weeks. So, real quick, let me double check the comments. No, I don't know alerts on any comments yet. So, if you're commenting, make me aware of it somehow. But I thought this one was kind of cool because you have a dry town goes wet after more than a century.
Yeah, that was cool. I saw that.
Isn't that something? So you have Cali Green Brewing Company, man. They're one of the first ones to open up in
Good for
this
them.
part of New Jersey, which I thought was crazy. I didn't realize that they had parts of New Jersey that were still dry.
Mm-hmm.
But they unlocked its front door promptly at 5 p.m. By 5:05, the line from the bar stretched out the door. So that's a good problem to have, man. You know, you like them kind of problems when you're just opening a brewery. So and Lord knows the publicity they're going to get from this is just going to be like they're going to have mega problems now down the street, you know, because this is a worldwide show. You know, people are actually going to fly in now to there to. You know.
Their guest tap's going to be Lime-A-Rita.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, but this is in Pittman, New Jersey. And I like what the co-owner said. This town is thirsty. Justin Fleming said so, and he's the co-owner. So, but that's cool. 1871, man. 1871. So it's a historically dry town of 9,000 citizens has gone wet. So good for them, man. And you can see a picture of the line going out the door, you know, get some beer. So that's cool, man. That's
Speaking
cool.
of monumental, like, beer progress, I heard that Pennsylvania can now get 6-packs in a gas station. I haven't been there since it's happened, but...
Oh, cool. And so no more cases, huh?
I don't know. Bump can probably tell me better, but I was in Arizona when it happened.
Yeah, I haven't read anything yet, but I did hear a teaser on the news about it. And over the years, there's always been places that have kind of found little loopholes that have been able to, you know, they've been able to navigate around that. There's a place near me in Pittsburgh that it's a gas station, and they sell cases of beer at the gas station. But I know that there have been Sheetz convenience stores, which, depending on how you define a Sheetz, are they a gas station or not? There's been a few Sheetz in Pennsylvania for the last few years that have sold 6-packs.
So I wonder if it's based on how much food you sell or something.
Your terminology, yeah.
Yeah.
And Giant Eagle stores, which we've talked about in the past, which was the first supermarket in Pennsylvania to be allowed to sell beer. Giant Eagle stores, also a big part.
I just lost sound. Was that just me?
It was Giant Eagle cutting.
Yeah, I can hear
you.
Yeah, I can't hear him.
I can hear you.
Google doesn't like us. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't hear him at all.
No, I can't either. Maybe it's just the Pennsylvania boys talking, that's all.
Yeah, but I'm in Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But I don't see his little meter moving when he talks either.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I see yours and Ruben's, but not Bum's.
Okay.
So I don't see his.
It's moving on mine.
Oh, excuse the shit out of me.
Yeah, that's right. Learn your place.
Little Pennsylvania boy network going on.
Yeah. It is Pennsylvania. Yeah, it's something about highfalutin Tucson.
I think that happened last time too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you read Lips Joe, I think he's saying, "What the hell? I don't know. I can't understand what's going on." He seems to be slightly agitated.
Yeah, I don't know what's, I don't know.
He just wanted a Powerball, I think.
Yeah, Powerball, or there's lots of fog. It's really foggy.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Huh?
French fries.
French fries. Yeah, something like that. I believe you said. Yeah, it couldn't be anything else.
I'll disconnect and jump on again.
And see what happens.
I'll disconnect and jump.
Mute. Unmute. Nope.
He said he's jumping off and jumping back in.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
That's funny.
So we're close enough to the end of the show. I can hit that Barrett part of the show where he likes, and I can talk photography, because I finally got out to a car show to shoot
Yes, you did.
some cars, and that was a lot of fun. A lot of beers going around over there too, while people were, enjoying the weather and stuff. But some nice cars out there in Scottsdale, and yeah, got some decent stuff out there. So
yeah, you got some good shots there.
Hey, Joe, did you take that Memorial Day picture of that girl?
Yeah.
Was that your photography?
Oh yeah, no, I don't post too much of other people's stuff.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure. Hey.
Yeah, no, if you see my logo on it, then I shot it. Yeah,
that was a great photo. And can you hear me?
Yes,
I can hear you.
Okay.
I knew.
Great photo.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, no, that was
great subject matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was a shoot that I had a little while back, but yeah, that was a fun shoot. Great model. She's always fun to work with. Yeah, no, that was my work.
It's tough. Somebody's got to do it.
It's the real bitch is when you gotta oil them up and you get that oil just all over the place.
Oh yeah. People think it's easy, but it's hard work.
Have you ever tried to you squirt them with the oil all over, and then the oil's
not with oil.
Nice. I like that. There is
all terminology. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's
oil, whatever.
It's all in the French definition of what
French definition.
But yeah, no, it's not easy stuff, man. You gotta know all these different things, and then trying to hold that oil bottle and put it down right and everything, and then you gotta grease them up all good, and it's
man, yeah.
Tough.
It's work.
Sounds as bad as when you worked on that road crew, Joe.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I'd rather do that. Yeah, I'd rather work on a roof in 110-degree weather. I mean, oof.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Brutal. But I tell you what, though, man. In all seriousness, I really envy Pat. If some of you guys remember Pat from when he would be on this show. I mean, he's in Italy having a hell of a time shooting cars right now that are.
Oh, he's in Italy? That's where he's at?
Yeah, he's been in Italy, man.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's been in Italy shooting like crazy. Yeah, he's just all these rare Italian exotics and everything. And
wow.
Oh, man, that just sucks. How can anybody go through that?
I swear. Right?
Can't even find good cars in America. He's got to go to Italy?
Yeah, come on.
Jeez.
Come on,
Man.
Yeah, the guy's just got it so rough, man. Yeah.
So he's going to come back. Well, how much was that car? Oh, that's going to sell for like $25 million.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, life is pretty good for him, man.
I didn't know he was in Italy.
Yeah, cheers to him, man. I forget the name of the race he's been covering, but it's some kind of race or whatever you want to call it.
Did somebody hire him to go over there?
Oh, probably. I wouldn't assume he went on his dime, but
yeah, probably.
Yeah, he's he's
pretty modest. I mean, he doesn't really talk much about it, but yeah, he's doing a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, no, he is. He's definitely doing a lot of good stuff, and yeah, to go out there and shoot all those exotics is sick.
And the thing is, when he started out here on Share he was a struggling amateur. Now he's a professional.
Right. You see what we do for people. Boom!
That's right. Yeah, right.
Right here on this show, we're
like a Saturn V rocket to career success, baby.
Yeah, look at Zach.
Yeah. Zach, yeah.
For Skyler.
Yeah.
We're like Miracle Grow, man. You know what I'm saying? We're like organic Miracle Grow. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Yeah, yeah. Just I don't know why we're still here. No.
We're like the clay pot.
Yeah.
Hold
you
it
know,
all together.
yeah.
That's
Someone's
right.
gonna hold it up. You know what, Mark? And I was thinking about you because I watched a series. Well, it wasn't a series. It was a documentary-ish kind of movie on Netflix, and it was called the Barkley Marathon. Have you ever heard of that?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, the Barkley or Berkeley, the Berkeley Marathon.
Okay.
And it's this uh, it's this incredible this incredible marathon that it's real kind of low key. It used to be kind of undergroundish, if you will. You had to
Mhm.
really research to find out about it, but apparently it attracts runners from all over the world, and it's considered by a lot of people one of the toughest
Huh.
marathons around. Period. It's basically 5:20. It's in this part's debatable because the guy that runs it calls them 20-mile laps, right? But or 22-mile laps.
Okay.
But the people that run it say it's more like 26.
So it ends up being like 120 miles.
Exactly.
Oh.
If you
Oh.
finish it, there's one part that's called the fun run. So if you do 3 loops, it's called the fun run.
Oh, that sounds fun. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
It's called
with a
the fun
capital
run.
F, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
See at the finish line.
Insert your other 2 letters, and they'd be about right. Yeah.
there's a lot of people, and so you've got, once you start, from the minute you start, the clock doesn't stop. You got 60 hours to complete it. So these cats are running with next to no sleep either.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So they've ran it since the early 70s. I want to say 72 or something like that.
Okay.
Might have even been a little earlier, somewhere around
Okay.
that period. They just had their 13th or 14th person finish.
Oh, in 60
Wow.
hours. Okay.
In 6, that's how tough this race is.
So it's run in Berkeley, California?
No, it's actually in Tennessee. It's in East Tennessee.
Oh, wow. Oh, that would be. Oh, so it's up and down those mountains.
Yes, it's
That's brutal. I've ridden up there. It's
What is
just
they say it's 100 and
the Berkeley
it
Marathon.
goes in elevation. It goes in elevation. If I'm not mistaken, or you could watch that. You could watch the documentary like I did on Netflix. I believe they say it goes up in elevation 12,000 feet, and then it goes down 12,000 feet.
I would believe that.
The equivalent of.
Let's see.
These guys, they're showing them running it, and there's this whole section where it's just full of like.
Okay,
these
yeah,
thorns.
Barkley Marathons. I've got the running page here. It's held in Warburg, Tennessee. Yeah, the fun run is 60 miles. Oh, okay. Yeah, so the course.
Yeah.
Um,
So you have to apply for it, is what the guy. So you have to apply, then the guy reviews your application,
okay.
and if you're selected to come run the race after you've applied for it,
Uh-huh.
the prize, the fee to get in is $1.60.
Okay. Oh, that's
No
pretty
way.
steep. I don't know if I could do it, man.
It's
Sure.
$1.60, and if it's your first time, it's $1.60 and a license plate where you come from.
Okay.
It's so cool. It is.
Okay.
It's cool. And the
That's
guy,
awesome.
he named it. He's this redneck dude from the hills over there,
Yeah.
and he named it after his buddy that's a farmer, and he's kind of a tough guy, and his name happens to be Berkeley,
Uh-huh.
his
Yeah.
last name. So he named it after him because he kind of a tough, old coot
Wow.
type thing, and he just felt that it fit,
Yeah. That's cool. So you watched the documentary, which was a couple years old. Apparently this year, the 2016, there's now 17 people that have done it.
Okay.
Well, actually, the guy that did it in 2014 did it again in 2016. So, wow, he's done it one guy's won it 3 times. Wow.
It's a crazy. If you watch it and then you happen to
I'm gonna watch it now. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
It interested me, and I'm not a runner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I walk. Actually started walking again about a week and a half ago. It's kind of why I'm a little darker, but I mean that's about as good as it's going to get for me. You know what I'm saying? And
me
but
too. I about the farthest I run now is about 3 miles at a time, so it would take me a long time to
he
finish
said that, and well, they showed it in the documentary too. He's like, everyone comes out there they have their own goal. Like everyone comes out with their own idea of what completing the course is, because it's that tough. For some people, completing a lap is what. And the thing of it is you got these there's 5 loops, right? Now the first the first one's clockwise. The second one's counterclockwise. Both of them during daylight. Okay. Then you've got the third one is clockwise, and the fourth one is counterclockwise, but those are at night.
Oh man.
And then on the 5th lap, right, the 5th loop, okay, if there's and they're on the documentary, there happened to be 2 people that were still on finishing, right? So whatever the first guy decides to do on that 5th loop, so if he takes off clockwise, the other guy's got to go counterclockwise. So it creates like a race.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow, that's sweet.
So and I like the thing where it says the race starts with the guy lighting a cigarette.
Yeah. And the thing, you never know what time. They never know what time it's going to start. They don't know what time, so they've got to be prepared. They don't know what time of the day or night it's going to start.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's the only one that knows. And then when he gets ready to start it, he stands at this yellow gate and he lights a cigarette.
Oh wow!
And when they see the cigarette getting lit, everyone hits their watches and hauls ass.
That's cool.
But and then for every person that quits, he has a bugle, a guy that plays a bugle, and they play tap.
Oh man!
It's really kind of cool, man.
That's awesome. I mean, it really is. That's
so it's kind of neat to see how the runners actually pair up, and they'll run the whole race together, because you know that if you can make it past to the end of your 4th loop, then by the time you hit that 5th one, you got to split up anyway.
Yeah. But that gets you through. Yeah, that gets you through 2/3 of the race, pretty much.
Right.
Oh, that's awesome. I never heard of that before, but that's in addition. Oh, I'm reading the Wikipedia now. It says, in addition to running, competitors must find between 9 to 11 books.
Yes.
And remove a page corresponding to the runner's race number as proof of competition.
They give you a number.
It's like a treasure hunt, too.
Yeah, it is. Now, because he doesn't want you using no GPS, no nothing. He has a master map. Now, when you get there, when you first arrive, you'll get access to the master map.
Okay.
And that's why he has you apply, because he wants to make sure you're smart enough and so forth that you can read a map, because it's testing your map reading skills.
Yep.
Because there's no markers on the course. There's nothing. Once you're out there, you're out there.
Yeah.
And
wow.
So to verify with your fellow runners, your fellow competitors, and with him who's running the course, he sets out books along the course, and your number. So if you're number 1, let's say, your number corresponds with the page you have to rip out of the book.
So that's how they prove that you actually followed the course, at least fairly close, because you got to get the books. Yeah.
Right.
That's awesome.
And
how drunk was this guy when he created this race, man?
You know how he created it? You know where the history of it comes from? It comes from, who's the guy that shot Martin Luther King? I don't know why I forgot.
James Earl Ray.
Yeah,
James Earl Ray.
He was held in a prison right there in East Tennessee.
Oh,
and it was in those mountains. Now, he was part of a group that, I don't know, late 60s escaped.
Okay.
And they caught him within 8 miles, because those hills are so rough.
Yeah.
They caught him within 8 miles. And so when they caught him, he had said to his buddies, hell, I think in 8 hours, he said something like that. He said, "Hell, I could have run 100 miles in that 8." You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And that's where the race originates from. As a matter of fact,
Oh, okay.
that same prison that he escaped from, you have to go underneath it during the race.
Cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
So there's like a little river deal or something that goes
So it's
underneath the
in
prison, and you
Frozen
go.
Head State Park. I wonder where that is. Oh, no wonder it's hilly. Oh, that's right at the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains.
It's
mean,
absolutely nuts, man.
The mountains aren't, well, 5,000 feet high, or whatever, but they're steep and and
Yeah.
it's just trails. I mean, so it's just rocky and yeah.
And they have different nicknames for each part of the course.
Yeah.
And you should see these guys' legs when they come back from each lap.
Oh,
Their
yeah.
legs are shredded.
Oh yeah, probably bloody and bruised.
Oh,
and,
I mean shredded from going through that thorny part. And,
Oh, yeah.
and they say there's just nothing you can do about it. You just have to. And their legs come back. It looks like they went through something with a million switchblades. I mean, razor blades. I mean,
yeah. Oh yeah.
From,
Let's take a look. Google Earth. I'm gonna open and see where it is. I bet. I mean, it's probably like 3 hours away from our house. Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna watch that. That would be.
I
that's
thought it
neat.
would interest you. You know what I'm saying? It's funny too because they always let in one guy. Every race, he says, they let in one guy that has absolutely no business there.
So is he the lucky or the unlucky guy?
Yeah, I forget what they call him, the unlucky one or something. Yeah, they have a
Bubba.
name for
They
him.
call him Bubba. Hey, Bubba.
Ruben.
Yeah, Ruben, right? And so during the documentary, they showed the guy, and he was some military dude and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, sure enough, he didn't even. I don't even think he did one lap. I don't think he completed one lap.
Yeah. No. It sounds like it's almost more about being able to like navigate your way around the mountains and surviving than it is actually running.
And the thing of it is the guy had quit. Okay, he was out there on the course and he had quit. He still had 14 miles to come back and quit.
Oh, because he's all the way out there.
You know what I'm saying? So you're out there on the course. He had quit.
Mhm.
But there's no one to get you, so he still had to make his way all the way back. It took him some kind of crazy amount of hours to get back.
Oh
you
yeah.
know?
Yeah, because like if he like just burns out and like collapses, he's like, oh crap, I'm in the middle of a sport and I hear banjo music. What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
I hear banjo music. Paddle faster. That's what.
Yeah. So it was a pretty cool. I'm
gonna go add that to my Netflix queue, because that sounds pretty cool.
It was a decent watch. You know what I'm saying? Because
Oh, cool.
I was like, oh yeah, that's something I just could never do.
Yeah.
And so he ends up having a lot of people that are engineers
Mm-hmm.
and people that have been successful their whole life because he those are the types of people that have never failed at anything, and this is that one thing,
Yep.
This is that one thing that just tests you, and I don't think they had. I think in the documentary they said they didn't even have a finisher. They never really thought that anybody could finish it because they didn't even have someone that finished it. I think until the 80s.
Yeah, it says here that started in like maybe 86, but the first finisher was 1995. So
okay,
it's
is
like
that how
10
it goes?
years. But yeah, I mean, it's amazing.
That's a long time to even have someone not finish.
Yeah. You got 9 or 10 years of people doing a race and nobody finishes in the limit. That's awesome.
And then all of a sudden, someone does it, and then someone else does it, and someone else does it.
Yeah. That's crazy.
60 hours, man. That's not a lot of time to run 120 of the longest miles of your life.
Yeah. Well, the ultra marathon stuff is crazy. There's the the Furnace Creek Marathon that starts in the middle of Death Valley in summer,
Oh.
So you start there, and then you run to the top of Mount Whitney, which is the highest point in California. So it's like 108 miles. So you go from negative 300 feet to 14,400 feet.
Oh, yeah, that's just absurd. Yeah.
Just crazy stuff. I mean,
They were showing these guys' feet, I mean, they're showing them. I mean, as they come in, and they're like, okay, are you gonna sleep? Are you gonna stay up? What are you gonna do? But they would take off. This one guy, they took off his socks and his shoes.
all bloody.
His feet were just
Raw meat.
yeah, because they had been moist. He couldn't get them dry.
Mm-hmm.
From all the little creeks he had went through, and then all that elevation changing and all that.
Yeah.
His feet looked just like he had been in a tub for hours. You know what I'm saying?
It probably blistered, and
And then they showed, he's like, do you got a knife or anything to pop this thing? And they showed it, and I was like, bleh. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, man.
just pop the blister and all the blood.
Hey, guys, I got to head out.
All right, Ruben, we'll see you, man.
See you guys.
Enjoy your rest of your stay in Arizona.
Thank you.
All right.
Now, I don't run near as much as Mark. I'm not even going to pretend like I do, but I have run, and it's insane the blisters you can get on your feet, and you don't even feel them till you're sitting down finally.
Yeah. I mean, the farthest I've ever run at once is like 19. I've never even done a real marathon, but if it's hot outside, the hot road and your shoes.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had some nasty blisters, but nothing like those guys get. I mean,
Oh my God. Yeah.
I mean, you see pictures of. Yeah, their feet just look like hamburger. When time you get done, they're all bloody and like, hey, I finished.
He must have had this blister like that on the bottom, on the arch of his foot there, on the bottom of the arch of his foot. And he's like, yeah, pop it, and then they pop it and just And then he's like, do you got some dry socks? And he puts on dry socks and hauls ass again for another.
He gets going again, yeah.
You're just like,
That's crazy.
Yeah. That will to just keep going is insane, you know. So, pretty good watch, man. I thought, you know what I'm saying?
That's a great analogy to share beer. This will to keep going is just insane. 367 shows. I mean, by all rights, we should have stopped after 3.6.
Yeah, we should have stopped halfway through the first one.
Early 2009, and it's 2016. I mean, really?
Yeah, it is really amazing. It's really encouraging and amazing the kind of support that I get all week. Actually, the emails. Yeah, let me put it out there too. My email is jodyreviews@gmail.com. You guys ever want to email me? The phone number's in there as well. I do get texts and stuff like that from random people. That's kind of funny. But the emails and the support in the comments, you can comment. Comment in any of the videos. I'll get it.
Mm-hmm.
But the support from people that end up watching the show is incredible, man. It really is. It's
kind of funny, isn't it? I mean, who would have thought? What are you, like 8 years into this thing almost?
When I think back to the beginning and how crazy people thought it was, like they just thought the whole idea of doing share a beer was nuts. They were like, what that's kind of crazy. It was a kind of a radical idea. And now look how many people are doing it, and look at the format we have to do it on now. It was really hard to get it done back then. It was a lot of fun, but it was
a lot more work than it is now usually. Yeah.
Now it's definitely easier to do, but it gets recorded forever for the whole world to see. So there's also that part of it,
Yeah.
But
you're gonna leave a legacy. I mean, I guess this is
a legacy, yeah.
100 years from now, they're gonna go, what the share a beer?
It is true. It's true. Anybody that did anything 50, 60, 70 years ago never thought that people would be studying it and analyzing it and 50 years down the line. And it sounds funny, I'm being serious though, there are people that could actually become fans of this.
Oh, yeah.
This
Down the
is
road.
this is the first era. We're still in the first era of electronic. You know,
Yep, we are. All I got to say is, if somebody's looking at this 100 years from now,
Oh
God
yeah,
love them. God
yeah,
love them.
God
That's
love
all I got
me.
to say.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if you're, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think
But,
that's
there probably will be. I mean, yeah, this is all saved on Google servers, so somebody's going to be able to access it forever, probably, in one form or another.
Yeah, let's hope not. Let's hope they move
No,
on.
no. Well, the reality is, 1,000 years from now, somebody's going to be looking at this thing going, what?
Yeah, it's kind of like that 5,000-year-old beer recipe that they found.
Mm-hmm. This could be the 5,000-year-old share beer.
Yeah, and they'll just be like, what the? Oh man, it's a good thing we've come a long way since then, huh?
Yeah.
Whew.
Look at those barbarians.
Look at that guy. That's some ugliness right there, man. Huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it, man.
You bet.
We'll see you guys next week, man. Mark, take it easy, man. Later.
See ya.
thank you.
Bye.